PA. So our last live stream was so popular that we decided that we're going to do it bi-weekly now because most of our dogs from last time got adopted. So we're hoping that everyone from today will also get adopted. Again, both locations are overflowing with dogs. So we're hoping that we can kind of lower the amount of dogs in our care, find new homes for them, and get them to where they should be.
What you doing, little cuties?
So we want to thank PetSmart Charities for sponsoring our ability to do this. They're really awesome and they help us out so much. So thank you, PetSmart Charities.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It makes like a huge difference.
So our first dog here is
Big Boy. He's Big Boy's super curious, but he's about a year and a half. He's been at the shelter for a couple months. He's so sweet. He's honestly like such a cuddle bug. He'd probably be really good with a really low active family. He doesn't need too long of a walk before he's ready to just chill and relax. He got to spend some time with kids and he did really well. Yeah. He's such a love bug. Hi, sir.
He's been hanging out with us for about 20 minutes now, so he's pretty comfortable in this room. He's been snuggling with our friends behind the cameras and just being an awesome boy. He's so great.
He's honestly he was so chill. He was just laying up here, like laying down, almost sleeping.
Yeah.
He loves his little rope toy. That was one of the toys that he picked out, and he loves his food too.
Yes.
Hey, good boy. Are you showing them your muscles?
He doesn't quite know any tricks yet, but we are trying to work on sit. So we're getting there. He needs a little help with that, but otherwise he's a well-mannered dog. Like Fallon said, medium to low energy. He's just such a little cuddle bug.
He's really eager to please too, which is just like, it kind of melts your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're interested in adopting any of these dogs today, you can come find us, APA Olivette, head to our website, check out more about these pups. So what can you tell us if somebody's interested in adopting a dog like Big Boy, brings Big Boy home, perhaps has another dog or has a cat, about introducing pets?
So slow introductions are always the way to go. I recommend that you keep both dogs on a leash. Take them out on a walk first, see if you know how they interact with each other in a neutral zone. We call like anything that's not where one dog has lived for a while a neutral zone. So like walking in your neighborhood, let them interact, make sure that they're willing to coexist and if each other wagging their tails. And when you do get inside, let your new dog the opportunity to sniff around, give them time to be in the space without your current dog. That way they can get a little more comfortable in their environment. When you have cats, I recommend you put the cat away. Let the cat be on the other side of a door or a barrier. Just let the dog sniff them through there first, just to make sure the cat doesn't get too stressed out or overwhelmed. Cats are very sensitive. Don't be surprised if they maybe give like a little swat at your dog, but watch in case they're getting overstressed. So if they're hissing or like hiding, make sure they have a place to be able to get away from the dog. And please don't let your new dog chase your cat. It's only going to make your cat more uncomfortable with them. If they start to chase, separate them. Call your dog away. Be like, hey, let them know that's not okay. Teach them how to lay down and just be in their presence.
Someone on Facebook wants to know his adoption fee.
So our dog adoption fees at APA Olivette are $40 right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you come on Tuesday, we have half off adoption fees for all dogs over 6 months and over 40 pounds. So you can get them at a little cheaper rate. I definitely recommend coming in really any day of the week, but Tuesdays should be a really hot spot to get our dogs adopted.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
He's a great.
And also, we can also foster. We're also looking for volunteers to help us walk the dogs and get them out.
Yeah, our dogs love our volunteers so much. They love it when they get their peanut butter bones and their stuffed Kongs. And the volunteers really help make a nice impact with them, teaching them just how to enjoy more people, how to socialize them. It's a whole different kind of enrichment.
Awesome. Does anybody else just keep asking questions? If you have any questions, feel free. We've got our experts here to answer the questions. And also we're hoping, just like the last Facebook Live that we did, that you all will come in and adopt these dogs again, just like you did last time. Because we are overflowing here, APA Olivette, with large dogs.
He just loves pets.
He really does. He is a attention hog. He will get it all day long.
I feel like he'd enjoy laying like on the floor on the couch as you're watching a movie.
Oh yeah, he would be a great Netflix and chill dog. Great movie night dog. Couch potato boy. So sweet.
All right, big boy, star of the show. Should we bring up the next star?
Yeah. Let's go get him. Let's go get him. Thank you. You smell like good job, big boy. Ready?
Oh, sorry, we got our walkies on there. Busy walkies time.
Okay, Bubs.
All right, good job. Cool. All right, Margaret, do you want to tell everyone, let's say you are getting ready to have a baby, that somebody's getting ready to have a baby. They already have a dog. What is some suggestions when bringing the baby home, like to get the dog ready?
So I would recommend before you bring the baby home, playing sounds of a baby crying. Start out quiet to generalize your dog to being okay with that. And take your time, make it a little louder over time. Feed treats if your dog is scared or nervous around that sound, just to really get them used to the sounds that a baby's gonna make. Also, teaching your dog a good leave it will be really important, because if the dog is eating the baby's toys or if it's jumping on the crib, you can teach them to leave it so that they can disengage from whatever they're doing and kind of have a healthy balance between being interested and being able to ignore those stimuli. So definitely teaching those two skills. When you get your baby home, I would recommend going really slow, having your dog lay down, or teaching a place skill can also be really important, so that your dog has a safe place for them to be while your baby is in its crib or in its walker, moving around, so that your dog is able to be away from the baby and have time apart from them. Definitely go slow. I know some dogs are afraid of children or afraid of small children because of how much they move, their loud noises that they make. So really generalizing your dog to those type of stimuli can be great.
Awesome. Ooh,
So here's our
doing
next
Skylar.
Miss Skylar. This right here is Skylar. She is 6 years old. She's a little tiny mix. So she is the sweetest girl. She has a medium to kind of low energy. She gets her little zoomy spurts, but you found a treat, didn't you?
Yeah. And you can't tell on camera, but she's super soft. If you want to come feel her, come up to APA Olivette. You can love on her. Come here, baby girl.
Yes, somebody said, oh goodness, yep.
Let me see what tricks you know.
Stealing the hearts.
Oh,
Yes.
Good.
Somebody just asked, is she good with cats and dogs?
With cats, it's unknown. Here at the shelter, it is really hard to cat test. With dogs, she's been fine. She's been so sweet. We haven't done an official play-to-play dog test, but she's met some dogs in passing and on leash and through our fences, and she's been really sweet with them. Like we said before, when introducing a dog to like your current dog or to friends' dogs, go slow. Even if at the shelter, they could be comfortable with our dogs here and really controlled with how we do it. You know, at home, it's completely different. You can find a dog that's all of a sudden like, oh my gosh, you're too crazy of a friend for me. Or, you know, you may hear that the dog doesn't like crazy friends and they get home and they meet your dog and they're like best buds. Sometimes it just takes them a little bit to be able to get out of their shell.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, hold on. Let's see those tricks again, shall we?
Sure.
That was impressive.
Sit.
Yes.
Good girl.
Shake.
Good job. If you do. Oh, good girl. She's so smart. Oh, there's farts.
Oh, little fart.
Shake. Good girl.
It was so cute. She almost has her little wave down.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, good girl. So one thing to note, as you guys may or may not know, when dogs are in the shelter, they are under quite a bit of stress, whether they're showing it or not. So that can affect their personality while they're in the shelter. So if it's said that a dog doesn't really like other dogs, or if they are protective over their food or toys while in the shelter, that doesn't necessarily translate to when they're in a comfortable and healthy home. So when dogs are under stress, their personalities can definitely change. So getting to know your dog while it's under the most stressful conditions is great. Although if a dog is super high energy in the shelter, it could just be a quality of survival while it's in the shelter. So once it gets into a healthy home, they can really settle down and be comfortable and learn to live in a normal fashion that is not the stressful shelter environment.
Yes. And once again, for those that are just joining, what we're doing here is we're showcasing some of the animals at APA at Olivette. We are swimming in big dogs right now and overflowing.
Yes.
We have so many big dogs and such like an array of personalities with each of them. I love it. Some of them might be fine, some of them are a little nervous, but as soon as you get them out, you sit with them, they like turn into a whole different dog, all looking for loving homes and just another chance to share that love.
And we're going to be doing these lives every couple weeks with the APA Olivette dogs. We had such success last time getting the animals adopted and into foster homes. Getting these animals into foster homes. So you tell us you guys talked to us about that. How you were just talking about the shelter and how important it is to foster as well.
Yeah, so we have an amazing foster coordinator. Her name is Madison, and she has been looking and pushing for foster homes. So if you are interested in fostering, definitely hit us up on Facebook. We can add you to our group and find a dog that will fit your household and your lifestyle. Like Fallon was saying, we have all kinds of different dogs here. So if you are an active lifestyle, if you are a more chill lifestyle, if you have other dogs, kids, cats, we can find a dog or another animal that will fit with your lifestyle. And fostering is really awesome. It saves lives. Really,
Totally.
that's the reality of it. So if you are interested in making a difference in our furry friends' lives, let us know and we can find you an animal that will fit your home.
We were just asked how much our adoption fee is. $40 today.
Yeah.
We do have half off adoption fees on Tuesdays at both of our locations. However, we'd like these dogs to get adopted or fostered today.
Yes. Yeah. Come on up and help us out over here. Because like KT has said, we are up to our necks in big dogs
We really
at
are.
both locations.
I think at our last live stream, almost every dog got adopted.
Yeah. So we're hoping for that same success today.
Skylar, come here, girlie. Sit.
Oh, good girl. Wait. Good girl.
Good job.
Awesome.
You're so sweet.
All right, what do you guys think? On to the next.
Yeah, would you like to go see who's next?
Skylar,
Would you like to see who's next?
that was a great job.
All right, let's go.
You ready? Let's go.
I love Skylar. She was sitting our front desk, our adoption team had her behind the desk at one point, and she was so cute with everyone who came in. She would sit right on top of their little paws, and we would just look at like everyone who came in, almost like, "Hey, let me help you with your next adoption." Oh, this is my man. This is Mr. Marty. This is Mr. Marty here. Mr. Wigglebutt.
So Marty has lived with other dogs before, so we know he's friendly. He's also super smart and extremely sweet. As you can see, he's super excited to be in here. Would you show some tricks? Sit. Here, bud. So many smells to take in. We will wait on the tricks then. Get used to the room, bud. What do you think? You enjoy it? Oh, I'm so excited.
So a lot of the times when shelter dogs, once they get into a new place, it's so hard for them to focus on one thing because everything is so new and it's so interesting. So like there's a little pressure for, those of you at home with new dogs, fostering, adopting, looking to foster or adopt. When you take your dog home, let them sniff around, let them like decompress and get to know their areas. Just so excited. Because they're really just investigating, like, hey, what's this new place that I'm in? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Martin.
And on a similar note, if you are meeting with a dog for the first time in the shelter, and the dog doesn't really seem to want to engage with you, don't take that personally. That's pretty normal. Usually, I see a lot of visits where the dog will go into the room, be excited, say hello to the people, and then once the person that they know leaves, they will kind of stand by the door. So, some people think that you want to bond immediately with the dogs, but remember, they're in a stressful situation. They trust the people that they know, and they don't really know the new people, so they're not quite ready to bond yet. But you can take that as good information that that dog will bond with you pretty quickly because they don't know the shelter staff that well for the most part. Sometimes the dog will only have been there a week or two, and they will be anxiously waiting for their friend to come back to them. So when you meet with a new dog, you don't always want to expect them to be all over you the first time. I know a lot of dogs are super overly friendly, and a lot of dogs are a little more shy. So it's good to kind of lower your expectations when you're meeting a new dog. Understand that they are in the most stressful conditions that they've probably ever been in their entire life. So we want to be understanding with that and give every dog a chance to find a new home.
That's my second year, buddy.
I'm curious about the cats on the other side here. Got a little reverse sneeze.
So for those who don't know the sound you just heard, it's called a reverse sneeze. A lot of it is like the dog kind of quickly intaking air. It's nothing to freak out about. Most of the times you find dogs do it when they get like overly excited.
Mhm. Yeah, I like to relate it to, it's a little bit like when you're hacking up a loogie. You've got some snot in your throat,
Yeah.
trying to blow it out. The dogs don't really have as much awareness to be able to bring it up, so it takes them a second to breathe through it and get it out of their system.
Yes.
Marty would do really well with an active home that wants to play fetch, wants to teach him how to go and chase a ball and bring it back. You don't have to be a crazy hiker, that's okay, I'm not one either. But a little, a nice little walk, stroll in the park, let him sniff, let him get the little adventure experience, and he'll be really good. Isn't that right, buddy?
Do we know, what is Marty's age
I
around?
want to say, let's see, he's around 2 years old.
Okay.
And he's the sweetest. Like Margaret said, he is dog friendly. He has lived with dogs. He met a dog recently who was a little more sure of him, and he was so cute. He would lay down and let her just come up and sniff him. It was so sweet. He wanted to play so
curious
bad.
about the dog out here right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's such a good
He's such a
boy.
good boy. Marty, he's so curious. What do you smell?
And we do think that he might be house trained, like Fallon said. We took him out yesterday, and the second we hit outside, he started peeing. So I'm like, that's a good sign. That means that he knows not to go inside. So that's great. We like to give our dogs some leeway in the shelter because they can be in their kennels from 12 to 14 hours sometimes. So if they do potty in their kennels, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not house trained. Sometimes it's just out of what they have to do.
They had to go. At one point, it's like, hey, I really have to go. And I don't know if I'm gonna get out in the next 5 minutes.
Sit.
Yes,
Good
let's
boy.
go, boy.
Good boy.
Oh, your sweet face. Show everyone your beautiful eyes. Come here.
Sit. Good boy.
Oh, he's so excited. Good job, Marty.
And when you do bring home, a dog from the shelter and you are house training, don't be surprised if you maybe find an accident or two. It's a new place and they're learning a routine of, hey, you still need to go potty outside. Give them a day or two, to just go through a new potty routine, take them out every so often. If you start to see them sniffing in a spot that looks like they're going to pee, take them outside. Take them outside, say go potty, let them go to the bathroom. Sometimes they can get distracted too when they are outside. So
Yeah.
don't be surprised if it's like, hey, what happened? I thought you had to go. And they're like, oh, I saw a squirrel.
Oh, he's very dusty.
Who's out there, Marty?
Oh.
Who is it?
All right, well, should we go on to the next? Again, available for adoption, $40 adoption fee today. This is Marty.
Yeah.
We're encouraging people to adopt our big dogs at APA Olivette and share the news and foster and volunteer, all the things.
Yeah.
All right, who's up next?
Let's see.
You ready, Marty?
Oh,
That was
cute. He's like, he knows how to get the treats.
Yes, absolutely.
Our next one is
So let's say somebody comes in right away, which we're hoping to adopt one of these dogs today. What can the person expect, let's say like the first week?
Yeah, so the first week, we like to really break it down. So the first about 3 days, the dog is getting used to their household. You can sometimes expect some accidents. Remember, the dog doesn't know how to ask you that they need to go outside yet. So you can expect that. You can expect them maybe to even be a little fearful. It's a new situation, new sights, new smells. Everything is different for them. So you want to really work through that fear. I would recommend having a bunch of treats ready so that you can give them treats. Also having a nice calm place like a crate that they can go to just to be their safe zone. And if the dog seems overly stressed or scared, you can put them in their crate so that they can kind of decompress by themselves. You can also expect maybe some hostility from your dog. You're bringing in a new animal into your home, which your dog is not used to. So really working through that, taking it super slow is what's recommended. And then, yeah, just getting them used to the new people in your home. Sometimes the dogs can be fearful of new people coming in and out that they don't know. So like I mentioned before, having a safe space for them to go to, like a crate or a nice bed in a room that's separate, is also can be really helpful for them getting acclimated to their new home.
Awesome, so who do we have here?
This is Mr. Copper.
Nice treats.
I love
Six.
him. Cute.
Yes. Oh, well, good boy. Oh my gosh, he's got
He's
huge
su- he's
paws.
such
Look
a
at
good
that. He's a sweet man.
So Copper is also around 2 years old. He was actually one of our longest residents here, but he did get adopted, and he was returned because he has a lot of energy. Copper is a dog where I'd say he's on the medium to medium high energy. He loves a flirt pole, which for those who don't know what a flirt pole is, it's just a rod with a string attached and a ball or a toy like a rag or a tub. I love it because it's the easiest way to get them the most exercise without me having to exercise too. So we went on a really nice little walk yesterday. We got to put a little flirt pole on a ball, and it wasn't even 10 minutes of just, flinging it back and forth, and he was tired. He was laying down and wanted to sleep before we even got on the way back.
Oh, that's great.
Copper he's so sweet. He's pretty much like a big kid. He's smart and he's eager to please. But I don't think he fully knows how big he is. Just yet.
One of those big puppies.
Anybody else have, going behind the scenes of the cameras?
He's so social. He loves to say hi to everyone. Oh, it's good. There you go.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Good
Yeah.
boy. This is smart.
He looks like he could be a mascot.
Mhm.
He really does. He's adorable.
Yeah, and again, this is APA Olivette. We are located off of Bauer. We're hoping that you will come in, that you will volunteer, and we can get these dogs adopted.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, we have so many big dogs, and they're all just in need of loving homes, chances, fosters, time away from the shelter. The fosters, you guys really make a big difference with our dogs' lives, taking them out for, a few days, even a week. Our long-term fosters are able to take dogs for like a couple months if needed. It makes such a difference on their mental state and their socializing outside. They get to see so many different things, meet so many different people. I love hearing about our dogs that got to go to like the lake, the park, and they got to see we have people who have chickens, and you hear dogs that are like, oh yeah, they love the chickens. They're perfectly fine with them, and that's something that we never would have known had it not been for our fosters. Dogs get to see trains, hear bikes. They just get to see like a whole different side of the world that they don't experience here at the shelter, and you see them open up, and it's hard for them when they have to leave and come back, and you can see that they really enjoy their time out, which is where we push for them to then be adopted and be able to relive that experience again and just stay out permanently and, live with their forever homes.
Well, awesome. I just want to let you know that we have had people commenting. Thank you for all that you do.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the reason.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to be doing anything else. Making this difference in the furry friends' lives is so rewarding.
Okay, again, every couple of weeks, we will be going live on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Olivette. And these dogs, all 4 of them that you saw, are available, plus many, many, many more. And we hope that we can get them all adopted like we did 2 weeks ago when we did a live. We really, really appreciate your support, and let's continue to, help connect pets with people.
Please.
Oh, and we are told, please give Copper a belly rub for me.
Oh, absolutely.
There we go.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys
Thanks
so
for
much.